Let's discuss the repatriation of overseas Filipino workers from the Middle East with Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Ed De Vega. Sir, welcome back to Afternoon Delight po. Lourdes Vera po at Denise Tan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, ano na po yung status? Kamusta na po yung lagay ng 31 OFWs that have been repatriated? And sila po ba, have they received assistance na po, sir?
Right, for that, you'll have to come and check that. They were received that night. Dumating sila sa delay yung flight. As you know, nagsara muna yung airspace. But they are the cargo of the BMW. And ang understanding namin, doon meet po sa airport kagabi ang ceremony afterwards. After arrival, binigay yung promise na ayuda. And then hindi lang yun, magkakaroon pa ang iba, nandun yung DOE, talking about health, medical assistance, USWD, so it's an all-of-government no? Ang Israel. So, yun, at least safe sila. We're expecting another batch from kukunti lang from Iran arriving on Friday. Hopefully may uuwi pa, although of course may ceasefire na. Maybe we're going to wait and hold muna how long the ceasefire lasts. Sana it lasts.
Yusek, yung sa ina-expect pong next batch na ma-repatriate po on Friday, may number of OFWs na po ba? And Yusek, isingit ko lang po kasi dahil nga po may ceasefire na, kanina po kasi binanggit na kino-call back daw po to confirm kung magpapa-repatriate talaga. Ito po ba dahil sa mga ganito pag may ceasefire o nagbabago yung isip? Can you tell us more about that lang po?
Okay. Number one, okay, 6 na OFWs on Friday, may 2 naman turista. Tapos Sunday, there will be a second batch arriving. Hindi pa exact numbers, but there will be more, at least 17 to 20, including mga students. There are scholars studying in Iran. Uwi na sila, no? Okay. So, the question you had was, kung ano yung mangyayari dahil may ceasefire, tapos normal ba to dahil kung may ceasefire, nagkakaroon ng changes ganyan. Okay. Yung pag nag-issue kami ng alert level, hindi yan permanent. Subject yan to periodic review. Now, maaaring ibaba uli na hindi na voluntary repatriation. Maaaring iakyat. Pero hinihintay muna natin yung ambassador's recommendation. As for yung repatriation, well, there's supposed to be a second batch na katawid ng Jordan. Baka marami to, baka lagpas 50 to. Pero, ino-hold muna kasi may ceasefire nga. Dine-check kung gusto talaga nilang umuwi pa. Or, imbis na tumanong Jordan, lumipad through Ben Gurion sa airport na bukas ulit, Tel Aviv. Bukas ulit ang airport ng Tel Aviv, ayon sa ating ambassador. So, doon nagpalit yung conditions. Hindi yung alert level, nandun pa rin. Hindi kahit pa natin mga kabayan na umuwi. Pero, yung kailangan natin mag-adjust, pwede mag-adjust na anong paraan ng pag-uwi sa kanila kasi pwede nang dumaan through the embassy, through the airport in Israel. So, bakit alert level 3? Well, the situation still is not certain, although magandang balita pa rin itong ceasefire.
Yusek, alert level 3 po. Pero sabi nyo nga po pag-uusapan, paano po ba yung mga kino-consider, again, the parameters that will be used to determine kung pwede na siyang i-lower?
Well, it's the number one recommendation of ambassadors, meaning bumalik na sa situation na hindi threat to life and limb. Kasi ngayon may threat, kasi may mga missiles, bago yung Israel, may missiles, no? So, kung sa palagay nila, the situation does not mean na delikado, merong malaking panganib sa bubuhay nila ron, ina-recommend nila na ipababa. But Israel was already on alert level 2, meaning prohibited phase, meaning walang mandatory voluntary repatriation, pero walang bagong deployment, no? Walang bagong pagpapadala ng workers. Yung Iran was under Alert Level 1, which is only precautionary, meaning masdan, mag-ingat mga Pilipino doon, mag-take precautions, gano'n. So, maaari ba doon? So, ano yung, again, ulitin ko, ano yung conditions o ano yung situation para bumaba? Well, one, yung opinion ng mga ambassadors on the ground. At ang basehan nila is based on what they see, hindi yung nakasulat, hindi yung BBC or ABS-CBN or EBS, ABC pala, or CBS, CNN. It's always nandun. And number two, pag sa palagay nila, wala nang panganib, wala nang nakakatakot na panganib para sa ating mga kababayan. By the way, may nagtatanong, kailan nagiging mandatory, alert level 4? Kung talagang untenable na tumira doon, yung may gera na talaga, delikado talaga, hindi yung may alitan like right now, Israel and Iran, doon may alert level 4, at saka kailangan full breakdown like yung nangyari sa Gaza noong 2023. So, hindi namin minadali na magkaroon ng alert level 4. Hindi naman natin mamadaliin na ililift yung alert level 3 o yung bababa ulit, no? Kasi kailangan natin wait and see in this ceasefire, although we're happy na meron.
Sana nga po magtuloy-tuloy. Yusek, we thank you for your time. Thank you for joining Afternoon Delight. Again, that was Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Ed De Vega.
Thank you.
Salamat po.